Hello everyone, Andy Rafael from eTechnics.com here, and here we are with another unboxing overview of a product. Now, as you know, one of the latest cards from AMD is the Radeon 7790. It has been released in sort of abundance really. When it was launched, we had, I think, 4 different reviews out on eTechnics.com, sort of written form with all the benchmarks, all the performance figures, everything. And it was great. My colleague Chris was a little bit annoyed because he was basically writing the same sort of stuff for the likes of Sapphire, MSI, XFX, Power Color, and now we've got another one, HIS. So we've had pretty much every 7790 you can think of from every different brand. Now, essentially, performance-wise, there's a very, very small difference sort of actually in it when you look at one might be clocked to 1 speed and one might have 10 megahertz more on the core clock, or it may have a slight increase on the memory clock and so forth. But the main ultimate difference is going to come down to the design and the cooler. So how it sort of, you know, reflects in cooling performance and that. So what you'll find is all these different SKUs of all these different brands, all essentially the same card, just with a different cooler strapped on there. Now, what that obviously means is that some are going to be better at cooling performance than others, and that may reflect how far you can push it if you're going to be overclocking it yourself, or it may even come down to, obviously, the better the cooler, the more the manufacturer can overclock it themselves as standard. And that brings us to what we're actually looking at today, which is the model from HIS. Now, this is the HIS Radeon HD 7790. So, typical from HIS really, we're expecting good cooling performance. It is a turbo model, so it is going to be slightly increased on the core clock speed. The memory speed, I'm guessing, is probably going to be the same as what it's always been on all the other 7790s, but it should be a pretty good card when it comes to cooling performance. So what we're actually going to do is, obviously, the performance side of things when it comes to acoustics, temperatures, and then the straight out sort of 2D and 3D performance. It's going to be left up to our written review, but today I'm going to get this bad boy unboxed and have a sort of look around the card and see exactly what it looks like, and sort of talk about some of the main features that this card has got. So let's get straight into it and look at the HIS Radeon HD 7790 1GB graphics card. So in typical HIS fashion, we've got a box with the Excalibur on it. We've seen it, I don't know, maybe 3-4 years now we've seen that. So they've got this Excalibur on the front. It's all to do with, they've probably got the blurb on the back. Yeah, the power of HIS, the Excalibur once owned by the invincible King Arthur, blah 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 blah. So it's sort of their trademark, I guess. So you see lots of different brands. Sapphire have got their sort of army theme going on. We've seen loads of different sort of styles. With HIS, it's all about the Excalibur. So HIS, faster, cooler, quieter, that is what they sort of pride themselves on, and we have seen some amazing results from some of their cooling solutions. So this is the Radeon HD 7790, PCI Express Gen 3, 1 gig of GDDR5, 4K and 2K Quad HD, HDMI. You get the usual AMD Radeon graphics, AMD Infinity technology, premium online support. It is a turbo model as well, so we are expecting good things from this. On the side, it tells you sort of all about PCI Express and how that differs from the looks of PCI and AGP. Not quite sure they need to list AGP anymore, it's very, very old now, but there you go. No harm done, fills up the side of the box. Tells you what's inside the box here, so we've got the graphics card, DVI to VGA adapter, case badge sticker, install CD and installation guide. So there's no point in me unboxing it, I've just told you exactly what's in there. See you later. Only joking. I know, I'm absolutely hilarious. But yeah, I'm gonna unbox it anyway. On the back, we get a little bit of information on the main features of the card, and then also the system specifications as outlined for the 7790 GPU. So nothing sort of fantastic there, just you need a 500 watt power supply and a PCI Express slot. Apparently you need a DVD player if you want to use the installation CD, but we always advise you obviously to get the latest drivers from the AMD website. Latest ones now I believe are 13.3 or 13.4, and then there's a beta driver now as well at the time of recording this. HDMI, OpenGL 4.2, Smart Shader 5, PCI Express 3, 7.1 audio, HDMI, 2 DVIs and a display port. Lots of really, really cool features. So might as well get it unboxed and have a look at the inside and see obviously what the card looks like and exactly what comes included. So we get another box inside with HIS branding on there, nice black box. Opening that up, you can see that we've got the, as it did say on the side of the box, it's not lying, we have got a DVI VGA adapter. Got the driver and installation guide. Now this sort of opens up and inside you can see the installation guide and the driver CD. And also the case badge sticker for those who want to plaster their cases with case badge stickers. We get a quick sort of warning: installing graphics cards into a PCI slot with care and hook. And then also sort of talking about precautions when transporting your computer system. Protective foam, always handy. And then also more protective foam around the graphics card, which comes nicely packaged inside an anti-stack bag. And there we go. So let's have a quick look around the card. So I'm just going to take the camcorder off the tripod as usual, so I can sort of look a little bit closer in detail at the card. Straight away, first impressions is, I'm not going to lie, I've seen better, but it's not all about the looks, it's about how it performs. So this is a HIS Radeon HD7790. I was expecting, I don't know, one of their other coolers, which I think a lot of people think are ugly. I think they're pretty damn awesome looking. It sort of breaks the mould a little bit. It's not like all these other cards on the market. So this one, a little bit disappointing to see just a sort of black plastic cooler on there. But you can see the cooler itself is actually bigger than the card. So you can see it goes all the way from the back across, and then sort of hooks down at the front. And the fan plugs in just down there, and underneath you can see the aluminum, whatever you want to call it, heatsink. And then obviously we've got this fan on top. Looks to be about 80mm, maybe slightly smaller. HIS branding on there as well. It's really disappointing that I was expecting some more sort of branding on it, or nice stickers or something. It's also a bit disappointing to see a blue PCB, but that is HIS and that is how they do stuff. You can see all the screws that hold the heatsink into place over the GPU. PCI Express slot. One single crossfire finger or connector on the top. And that is pretty much it. We've got a turbo sticker up here, which is quite nice, but whether it needed to be there or not, although I guess once this is into your system like that, you'll be able to see that through the side, so that's quite nice. We have a 6-pin PCI Express power connector just down here, and that is pretty much sort of the be all and end all sort of looking at this card. There's not really mass amounts to go through when it comes to graphics cards. Obviously we've got the rear I/O, which you can see we've got these. It's a double design obviously, so it takes up 2 PCI Express slots in the back of your case. The top one is sort of it includes all these ventilation holes, so as the fan is spinning round, it moves all the hot air from the GPU to the back of the card and exhausts out the back of your case. Then we've also got a DVI here, another DVI there, so we've got DVI-I and DVI-D, HDMI full size, and a full size display port as well. And there you go, my friends. That is pretty much it for the HIS HD7790. I wish there was more to go through, but when it comes to graphics cards, it is all really down to the performance. And as I said at the beginning of this video, the performance is really all going to be down to how far, how good the performance is, and how far my colleague Chris can push it in terms of performance to obviously overclock it and so forth, and see if we can get some good results out of it. So yeah, thank you very much, boys and girls. This has been Andy Rafael from etechnics.com. Be sure to check out our website, where you will be able to see a full review on this graphics card very, very soon. Depending on when you're watching it, it might even be there now. But at the time of videoing this, it hasn't been written yet. So yeah, HIS HD7790 1 gig. Looks quite simple, but looks can be deceiving. Very interested to see how it performs compared to the other models that we've had in. So there you go. Be sure to subscribe, like this video and comment below. Until next time, bye bye.